on going underground, where he said he watched Mossad take over the Pentagon back in 2002. Watch this.
And it's unquestionable that the Epstein business was heavily influenced, let me put it that way, by Mossad.
And so that's somehow emblematic on these huge geopolitical issues.
Yes, I watched Mossad take over the Pentagon in 2002. The Pentagon was infiltrated by Mossad. They did not need any identification to get through the river entrance of the building. They went upstairs to Douglas Feith, the Undersecretary of Defense for Policy, the third most powerful man in the Defense Department. Occasionally, they went to the second most powerful man, Paul Wolfowitz, the Deputy Secretary of Defense, and they had run of the Pentagon. Donald Rumsfeld, the Secretary of Defense, said to my boss one time, "Hell, I don't run my building. Mossad does."
And we're just now hearing about this, and we're just now opening our eyes to this, and our leaders in Washington were okay with this. That's the most shocking thing, that they would say, well, Mossad runs the place. Here we are going to war, keeping our country in endless war, but it's Mossad running the place. I mean, did that not clue anyone off in the U.S. government that perhaps they were actually committing acts of treason, that they were traitors, that we were doing Israel's bidding? Here is CIA whistleblower on the same show, Going Underground, which is just a fantastic show, by the way, saying, this is the CIA whistleblower, Professor Melvin Goodman, saying Israel gets what it wants from the United States, and it doesn't matter who's in power. And I think that's the biggest thing that people need to understand. This is not a left-right issue. This is a entire government has been taken over issue.
Do you think you can compare the politicized weapons of mass destruction Iraq claims that were made back then, let alone the claims made by the CIA which you criticized at the time in the 90s? Can we compare that to the politicized nature of intelligence being used in this Trump administration under John Ratcliffe and Tulsi Gabbard as head of DNI?
It's much worse now because you have these mediocre people in control of important government agencies. But there was tremendous politicization in the 1980s of the Soviet Union, making the Soviet Union look stronger than it really was in order to justify a defense buildup that Reagan wanted in the early 1980s. And this is why I testified against Robert Gates in 1991. Politicization
You're saying it's worse
bad.
now. How do you know it's worse now?
It's because I look at the people who are ahead of these groups. Come on, let's be serious. Look at the people who are running the director of national intelligence.